Hi everyone, my name is Suzanne Montefinis and I work for New York State Parks, Long Island region as an environmental educator. Today, I have another story that I'd like to read. The story that I'd like to read today is called A Whale of a Tale, all about porpoises, dolphins, and whales by Bonnie Worth and illustrated by Aristides, Ruiz, and Joe Mathieu. What's the story today? Funny that you should ask. We're going to take on a whale of a task to learn about whales and their smaller relations, porpoises and dolphins, the group called cetaceans. So please hang on tight as we lower down toward the boat that we soon will be sailing aboard. One very large boat, the best in the nation, Captain McElligot's Cetacean Station. Like monkeys and donkeys and dogs, cats and camels, whales, porpoises, and dolphins are all kinds of mammals. Cetaceans might look like the fish in the sea, but cetaceans are closer to you and to me. They're warm-blooded like us, but with fins and no legs. They give birth to live babies and do not lay eggs. Land mammals have bodies all covered with hairs. Cetaceans have just a few spare hairs on theirs. Our hair keeps us warm, but their fat does the trick. Sometimes, like a mattress, it's 2 whole feet thick. Another big difference between whales and fish, thing 1 and thing 2 can explain if you wish. Fish flap their tails side to side when they go, but whales flip theirs upwards and downwards, like so. Some cetaceans catch food with the teeth in their head. Others use something called baleen instead. Baleen grows in rows and forms sort of a grill for straining the tiny sea critters called krill. But toothed or baleen, cetaceans don't chew. They swallow food whole. That's all that they do. Some whales even swallow some things by mistake. A bucket, a boot, or a big rubber snake. Most cetaceans we know like to swim in a troop. A pod is the name that we give to this group. If danger is near, they will sound an alert to keep their young safe and help those who are hurt. Because it is smallish, the porpoise is shy. It swims near the shore and does not leap up high. Only Dahl's porpoise swims out in the sea, 30 miles an hour, the porpoise speedy. We can all play a game, so let's make a start. Porpoise or dolphin? Who can tell them apart? Porpoise teeth are flat, dolphins are cones. Porpoise nose are shorter with delicate bones. Porpoise or dolphin, it's easy to spot. Dolphins' noses are long, but porpoise are not. Of dolphins, there are about 35 types. Some dolphins have patches and others have stripes. These markings are really a very good way of hiding the dolphins as they hunt their prey. The smallest is 5 feet from its nose to its tail. The largest is orca, or the killer whale. Bottlenose leaps forward as neat as you please. The dusky leaps backwards and does it with ease. The one we call Spinner, McGilligot knows, spins round in the air like a top this guy goes. And sometimes the spinner will come to a stop and peer out of the water. It's called a spy hop. This humpback is one very odd-looking mammal. Its back has a hump like the land-living camel. This dolphin a boto, and what would you think if I told you a boto has skin that is pink? The dolphin has a way of looking around by forming a picture that's made out of sound. It sends out a sound at a high, steady rate. The sound bouncing back makes its jawbone vibrate. Most dolphins could win Mommy of the Year. They care for their young and keep them quite near. When dolphins are born, a nurse dolphin is there to bring baby up to breathe its first air. And when mom goes to hunt, why, this thoughtful critter leaves baby behind with the babysitter. I bet you are thinking, hey, what about whales? The biggest comes last. Oh, that trick never fails. Whales, as a rule, like to stay on the move, as all of our studies can easily prove. In tropical seas, in the winter, they breed. In the summer, they swim towards the poles to feed. Some scientists tag whales with sensors or plates to study their habits, lives, and their traits. The sperm whale can dive down 1 mile or more. Its rich blood and muscles are up to the chore. A cave in its head that's the size of a Jeep weighs down the whale's body and helps it sink deep. Some whales we have found have teeth much more like beaks. They live far from the land, but we've had a few peeks. The narwhal's long tooth is a tusk, as you see. It might work as a sword or an ice pick, maybe. One day you might hear a big and loud splash. A whale has leapt up and come down with a crash. We call this act breaching, and no person, not one, knows why the whales do this, perhaps just for fun. The best breachers of all are these whales, they say, humpback and sperm, right whale and gray. The ocean is loud with the sounds of whales talking. They're clicking and groaning and moaning and squawking. Why is it whales talk? To communicate who, what, why, and where, and if they'll be late. The humpback's sweet song won McGilligot's heart. It even showed up on the pop music chart. Dick and Sally, all set? Oh, this will be a blast. Here comes the blue whale. The biggest comes last. The blue whale is big, and for what it's worth, it's the biggest thing living in sea or on earth. The blue whale is big, yes, indeed, and what's more, bigger still than the biggest dinosaur. The story of the porpoise, the dolphin, and the whale, you have to admit, is a whale of a tale. Wow, that really was a whale of a tale. Thank you guys for joining me today, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.